So, how concerned should Americans be that this company with ties to the Ministry of State Security, the PLA, has been gathering data on Americans? And it's not just this company. There's been massive data breaches like the Office of Personnel Management that they think was China. China is clearly interested in taking Americans' data. How concerned should we be about this?
I will say it is truly just staggering once you see how much data China collects on its own citizens and the amount of data that China collects on foreign individuals, institutions, components, things of that nature. And I think one of the things where doing this, my mind has changed significantly. Is you always hear this ephemeral idea of your unprotected data, and one of the things that doing a lot of this work has changed my mind. Maybe not 180 degrees, but quite significantly, is I have become a strong believer in the importance of regulation or legislation in democracies to really strengthen data privacy and data security laws. Because even the EU, with probably some of the strongest data security and data privacy laws in the world, there are loopholes that allow China to do astounding things there. And just to give you one example, data is supposed to be, if you're an EU consumer, they're not supposed to, for instance, a company's not supposed to just gather data on you. And your data is only supposed to leave the EU if you have a pre-existing relationship. Well, first of all, Zhenhua was able to collect data on EU nationals, EU individuals, Americans, and nobody caught on. Okay. So one of the problems is there's no way to know whether your data has been taken or not. So Facebook cut off Zhenhua after we alerted them to this. But basically, Zhenhua was able to do this for a long time, and nobody was the wiser. So if you're a Chinese company, if you're any other company, your data can be taken out of the EU if you have an existing relationship with that company. Okay. Well, just to give you an example, if you are using a Chinese phone, if you are using a Chinese-made app, what it will always say in the user what we call the end user license agreement, is that this Huawei-made phone, this Chinese app that you downloaded, can take all the data off your phone, send it back to China, and it will say in the end user license agreement, data privacy in China is not the same standard in the EU. Your data will be available to the Chinese government. It's not quite that blunt, but it's basically that blunt. And so that basically is an enormous loophole for the Chinese government to collect that type of data on, for instance, EU citizens. So that is a significant problem, and I've become a very strong believer that we in democracies need to significantly strengthen our data security and data privacy laws.
What do you think about the whole TikTok WeChat thing in light of that, of your research?
I can attest to the fact that we have discovered U.S. and EU citizen data in China that is TikTok data, without no questions asked. So the idea that somehow TikTok is any type of citizen, of good corporate citizen, is just utter nonsense. The reason that China is trying to avoid is looking at killing this deal is they're scared about giving outside parties access to the source code, which would reveal a lot of the stuff that they're doing. And, to be honest, at this point, that we know that they're doing.
Okay, so you're saying that it's not that they don't want, the rest of the world to find some secret algorithm that lets them promote videos to users. They're afraid that, like, Oracle or Walmart or whoever will see that in their source code, it's very clear that the data is being sent to Chinese government servers or something like that.
That's correct. Yes. I mean, look, everybody talks about like the video algorithm, which is also problematic. But we also know that TikTok specifically stores user data outside the takes it back to China. We know that TikTok app collects enormous amounts of data, and we also know that China uses a lot of this data for purposes to monitor individuals, target them, influence activities. That's part of that was the Zhenhua data. So yeah, absolutely, they do those types of things.